Lately, the twin flame dance and divine union have been the focus on this channel, and we've already gone deep into both. Now, it's time to shed light on another phase you may experience if you're fortunate enough to have a twin flame dance in this lifetime: the false twin. And most importantly, the sequence and why it's designed this way. Most people think the twin flame path is just about meeting the one and riding off into spiritual bliss. But if you've been on this road, you know the truth. It's a layered initiation, and the sequence matters more than you realize. First, the true twin, the primary catalyst, arrives. They're not here to sweep you into a fairy tale. They're here to wake you up. The first meeting is a soul quake that shatters your old identity, lights up dormant gifts, and pulls buried wounds to the surface. It's intense, magnetic, and deeply emotional, but it's also a spiritual ignition. In your cells, you now hold the imprint of what authentic divine union feels like, even if separation happens. This imprint is important later. Then second, the false twin shows up. Once that awakening is lit, your frequency spikes, and suddenly you're more visible in the spiritual and energetic realms. Enter the false twin, the decoy. They feel just as magnetic, sometimes even more intoxicating, and they're not the one you'll build your life with. Their role? To pressure test everything you just learned. They'll poke at your boundaries, test your discernment, and drag up any shadow you still haven't faced. Without the anchor of your true twin's imprint, the false twin could have kept you in karmic chaos for years. But because you've already felt the real thing, you have a compass, even in the storm. After the false twin battle, the micro-test began. Here's the part almost no one talks about. Even after the false twin burns through your life, there are often smaller connections that show up. They're not as magnetic, not as consuming, and they exit just as fast as they arrive. These are micro-tests or energetic calibrators. Their purpose: expose the last traces of old patterns, give you low-stakes practice in holding boundaries and walking away fast, fine-tune your energy so you naturally repel what's not aligned. Think of the false twin as surgery. These micro-tests are physical therapy. They make sure your spiritual muscle is fully functional before the real union arrives. Why all this happens before physical union? By the time your true divine counterpart re-enters or enters for the first time, you've balanced the masculine and feminine within yourself. You're no longer seeking to be completed. You're already whole. This makes your connection magnetic and clean, not karmic, not draining. And here's the bigger truth. This union isn't just for you too. When two fully integrated beings merge, their combined frequency becomes a force that ripples into the collective, uplifting communities, shifting timelines, and anchoring higher frequencies on the planet. Bottom line, if you're in the micro-test phase right now, don't get frustrated. Each quick connection is a sign you're closer to the real thing, because you're no longer clinging to what's not for you. The universe is just making sure your discernment is muscle memory before it hands you the key to the real door.